boy. So I realized in my last video, when I demonstrated deep pressure therapy, I didn't do a good job describing why deep pressure therapy can be beneficial to someone. So let's talk about deep pressure therapy for a second. It's still playtime for Yadier. He's still being frisky. He's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy, bud? Who's a good boy? Good boy. Good boy. So deep pressure therapy. Deep pressure therapy is for someone who has anxiety, someone who has PTSD, people who have autism, people who have sensory processing disorders. Deep pressure therapy is a technique that is used to help people kind of get back into the moment. So, for example, shh, quiet. So, for example, with anxiety for me, when anxiety hits for me, it actually takes my breath away. And it takes 3 or 4 breaths to actually be able to get my breath back. It takes 3 or 4 attempts at breathing to get my breath back. And then from there, it just lands, the anxiety lands in the top of my chest. And it can stay there for hours. It just depends. PTSD is pretty similar in the way that it just takes you out of your element and it's hard to get yourself back. So without a service dog, for those types of attacks, a lot of people will use centering techniques, and that might involve, sitting still or lying still, trying to listen to the sounds around you, a clock tick, cars going down the street, any noises in your house, if there's a TV on somewhere, any noise around you, and feeling actually what's going on around you. So if you're sitting down, feeling what the chair feels like under you. Sometimes people will use like the material in their clothing to, feel what the jean material feels like, getting a sense of where you are. With deep pressure therapy, but with a service dog, it's just another huge element to kind of bring you back and center you to where you are. So with deep pressure therapy, if I was having an episode, in addition to trying to listen to all the sounds around me, maybe even looking down at my feet to see where I am, to kind of center myself and bring me back to where I am, I could also use my service dog to help me with that. To help me with that weight. Some people who have sensory processing disorders will use things like weighted blankets. So a service dog is just, he's so playful right now. A service dog is just another way to help with that. So in my other video, I did a demonstration on deep pressure therapy, and having that extra weight on someone, whether it's on their lap like I showed, or if you're laying down and the dog is on you and laying and pressing all of their weight on you, it's just another it's another input to your senses, and as far as helping you get out of that episode, and that can help shorten the episode tremendously with a service dog. And so he's really good at that. He's still learning, but he's really good at it already. He picked up on it immediately. There's a big difference between a dog just jumping up on your lap, or having their paws across your lap, and then between just that and then pushing down their weight. So he's learned to do that. He's a really good boy. So I'm not going to make him work again right now because it's his playtime. And one of the things that are really important about having a service dog is that you don't burn them out. If you burn them out and they refuse to stop working, or they're not working as expected, then basically they're what we call a washout, and they're no longer a good option for a working service dog. And then he would become my pet. He would be a great pet, and he is a great pet for our family because he is our family pet as well. When he's home and for the rest of the family, he's a fantastic dog. He also just happens to be a working service dog and on call to me 24/7. So that's Yadier. I hope my description of deep pressure therapy and why it's needed actually contributed something to my last video to tell why it makes sense and why It's beneficial to people. So that's it. Yaddy, enjoy your playtime. You have a couple more hours and then we're going to go back out again, okay? Good boy, bud. Good boy. So that's my handsome boy who turns 1 tomorrow, my Goldendoodle. Thanks for listening. Oh, by the way, that toy that he's playing with, that's from BarkBox. And I can actually put a link below how you can get a free BarkBox that has like 2 bags of treats and like 3 toys inside of it. That's how we signed up. We got a free one. So I'll put a code down there if you're interested for your dog. All right, that's it. Bye-bye.